You know where Mr. Wyrick is?
I'm a minor. I can't say nothing.
Well, you could absolutely say something as you just did. Hey, sir. Sir, can you tell me your name? Are you in probation or parole?
No. We have the right to remain silent, don't we?
I'm here to fixing this car.
Okay.
Go and see.
Oscar, don't say anything. We got the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. They got backup, they got him right here, and then they got a chopper flying over our heads for what? This is harassment. We ain't do nothing. Look, you see? They got a chopper over here. I am. I'm gonna kill him back. No! I'm not doing nothing. Stay back! Stay back! Stay, keep face down! Okay, put your face on the ground!
The dog's eating my leg! Please, the dog's eating my leg! Please, the dog's eating my leg, bro. Please, it's
they can take it off if they wanted to.
Stop! I'm not
It's gonna be okay! It's gonna be okay!
Get his mouth from it! What are you doing?
This is harassment. We didn't do anything. We got attacked. This is harassment. No, I'm a minor. A dog just bit my step. This is harassment. This is harassment.
Get their badge numbers! Record it!
Bro, I'm recording it. I'm recording it.
Call my attorney!
Call his attorney.
Protecting white people.
Please, please.
Stop! He's late!
You grabbed my leg!
He's late!
Stop it!
This is harassment! What do you guys not understand? This is harassment! This is harassment! This is harassment! You guys are harassing us and our families! He did not do anything! No, I do not care! I am a minor! I live in this house! You're supposed to protect me! Protect me and my family! We ain't do nothing! This is harassment!
With my mom and you do this.
This is harassment!
You do this. Not now. Anytime but now. For white people, you want them to attack us and then you attack us? How could this be possible? How could you protect crack dealers? Are they dealing for you? I don't.
Y'all didn't read him his rights or anything. No, I am a minor. No, back up. I don't care. Back up.
I just got here. So will you listen to me?
This is harassment. We got attacked. Somebody came here and threw something at our car. We didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing.
Your first name?
This is harassment.
Diane?
That's my stepdad. He take care of me and his mom and my mom and his grandmother. There's no reason for him to be getting hurt like this. You guys are harassing us. There was no reason for you guys to seek that dog on him. That is not right. Mom! Mom! Are you okay, Mom? Are you okay?
Hey, ma'am.
Mom! That is my mom. I want to make sure my mother is okay.
Can I explain something?
No!
If you don't want to listen, I can't help you.
No, I want to make sure my mom is okay. You guys came here for no reason, harassing us. For no reason. What's the reason? I want to hear the reason.
If you want some rational conversation,
I want to hear the
can
reason.
provide that to you.
Provide it for me. Provide it.
But you need to listen to me.
I'm listening.
And treat me in the same manner I'm treating you.
You're harassing my family.
I just got here.
Well, you guys are harassing my family. You guys took a police dog on my stepdad.
On April 4th, 2020, the Sonoma County Sheriff's Office responded to a 911 call reporting that Jason had brandished a gun during an altercation. Officers, including Deputy Nico Miller and Deputy Jeremy, were dispatched to Jason's home in response to this call. Upon arriving at his property, the deputies encountered Jason, who was outside his home. As the officers approached, he complied with their commands by raising his hands. Despite his compliance, the officers escalated the situation by continuing to approach aggressively. The deputies used a stun gun on him during the encounter. Additionally, they deployed a K-9 unit against him, and the dog mauled him for approximately 90 seconds. The dog bite caused severe injuries to his legs, leaving him hospitalized for several days. At no point during the incident was a firearm found, nor was one recovered from the premises. Much of the incident was recorded by Jason's daughter. The recording shows Jason complying with commands, but being subjected to a violent attack by the K-9 unit without apparent justification. After the arrest, Jason was charged with resisting arrest and brandishing a firearm. These charges stemmed from the officers' reports, which portrayed him as being uncooperative and presenting a threat by allegedly holding a gun during the confrontation. The reports claimed that the use of force, including the K-9 and stun gun, was necessary to subdue Jason because he posed an immediate danger to their safety and resisted arrest. Jason and his legal team disputed the officers' account of the events from the outset. They argued that Jason complied with the officers' commands, as shown in video footage. The video evidence was a crucial element in refuting the claims of resistance or threats posed by Jason. Additionally, the fact that no gun was found at the scene or recovered from Jason further weakened the prosecution's case. The lack of physical evidence contradicted the central claim that he had brandished a firearm. The charges against Jason were eventually dropped by the district attorney's office. The dismissal of the charges was seen as an acknowledgement of the inconsistencies in the officers' reports and the implausibility of their justification for the use of force.
You live here, right?
I live here. That's my stepdad and my mom. You guys are harassing. There was no reason to seek that dog on him. There was no reason to tase him. There was no reason for that officer to pull a taser on me and my grandmother.
Hey, record the blood.
We're gonna have to make entry into this residence, okay? We're gonna secure it.
You guys have no warrant, no nothing.
Well, we're going to. I'm just letting you know that, okay? So I'm trying to be as
No, well,
possible.
right now you guys have no warrant. There was no reason for you guys to come here and harass
I'm
us.
gonna talk to you. on
You
a
guys
level.
harassed
You do the same
us.
for me.
No, what?
You can stand out here and film all you
Hey,
want, but we're gonna secure this residence.
You are.
No, you guys have no warrant. This is not right. This is not
Come
legal.
out here.
This is not legal.
You can come
You
out
guys
here.
have
You
no
can stand
right.
over
You
there.
guys are harassing
didn't do
my
anything.
stepfather. Get the blood on his leg because you guys took a police dog on him. For what reason? You guys had no reason to do that. You guys tased him for no reason. We leave
They're
you.
just trying to help him. Just trying to help him. I'm a paramedic.
Well, help him.
I'm trying.
Help him.
Gotta be able to talk here.
Help him. I'm not standing across this. This is my house. I live here. I have the right to stand right here.
I wasn't. I tased and I laid down and they sicked their dog on me for no reason.
It was already on the floor when the dog bit.
They sicked their dog on me and let him attack me for 2 minutes for no reason. He chewed my leg off. I was complying. I was complying. I was complying.
You were.
I was complying.
You were on the ground when the dog beat
Dog
you.
attacked me on the ground with my hands on my back. Call my brother.
So game plan, I'm gonna go check her out. Game plan.
There is no reason for any of this. There's no reason for any of this. I understand that. I understand that.
Okay.
I know.
So listen up, I'm gonna ask you one more time.
Away from my kid, you
You
No,
can hang out here.
but I am a minor.
You can film,
I don't
but
have
you
to
need to
say
be quiet.
anything. I have the right to say what I want to say.
question my child. You shut your mouth, that's the law. You're not allowed to question or speak to a child. That's the law. Hey, Jason.
Yeah, where's the 6 feet? 6
away
feet.
from us, you
Here's the plan. We're trying to help you. We're gonna give you on that journey. We're gonna put you on your back.
6 feet, sir. My life is on the line. He is right.
Then you might want to stand
No.
over there because I'm gonna secure this residence.
This is my home. I live here. Go ahead. You guys have no warrant. This is illegal. You guys took a police dog on him for no reason. He was complying. He was on the floor with the dog
We're
beating
gonna get
him.
a warrant. Okay? We're gonna get a warrant.
Where is my mother? I want to speak to my mom. This is not right.
In 2021, Jason filed a lawsuit against the Sonoma County Sheriff's Office, claiming excessive force during the encounter. Jason's central legal argument was that the officers used excessive force during his arrest. He claimed that the deputies, including Deputy Miller and Deputy Jeremy, violated his Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable seizures by using unnecessary and excessive force in apprehending him. Jason argued that he complied with officers' commands by raising his hands and lying down on the ground. Despite his compliance, the deputies used a K-9 unit to attack him for over 90 seconds and also deployed a stun gun. The prolonged and severe nature of the K-9 attack led to significant injuries, requiring hospitalization. The excessive force claim relied heavily on Graham versus Connor, the landmark U.S. Supreme Court decision in 1989 that provides the standard for evaluating police use of force under the Fourth Amendment. In Graham, the court held that the reasonableness of the use of force must be judged from the perspective of a reasonable officer on the scene and based on the totality of the circumstances. Factors such as the severity of the crime, whether the suspect poses an immediate threat, and whether the suspect is resisting arrest are considered. In Jason's case, the absence of a weapon and his compliance were central to his argument that the officer's use of force was excessive and unjustified under the Graham framework. Jason contended that he posed no threat and the force used was unreasonable and disproportionate. Jason also brought a claim for malicious prosecution under Section 1983, alleging that the officers involved, Deputy Miller, Deputy Jeremy, and potentially others, fabricated evidence and submitted false reports to initiate criminal charges against him. To succeed on this claim, Jason needed to show that the officers acted with malice and without probable cause in initiating or continuing his prosecution. Under Awabi versus City of Adelanto, the Ninth Circuit held that a malicious prosecution claim can proceed under Section 1983 if it is based on wrongful conduct like falsified evidence or perjury that influences a prosecutor's decision to press charges. The lawsuit alleged that the officers knowingly falsified their reports, portraying Jason as a dangerous individual who brandished a firearm and resisted arrest. This was despite the fact that no gun was found at the scene, and video evidence showed Jason complying with officers. The false reports were submitted to the district attorney's office, which led to charges of resisting arrest and brandishing a firearm, charges that were later dropped. By knowingly initiating charges without probable cause, Jason claimed the officers violated his Fourth Amendment rights, which protect against unlawful seizures, including being wrongfully charged with a crime. The claim also invoked the 14th Amendment, which guarantees due process. Jason argued that by submitting false reports, the officers violated his due process rights by subjecting him to prosecution without any legitimate basis. Jason's lawsuit included a Monell claim against Sonoma County, asserting that the county was liable for the unconstitutional actions of its officers. This claim was based on Monell versus Department of Social Services in 1978, which allows a plaintiff to sue a municipality if it can be shown that a policy or custom of the municipality led to the violation of constitutional rights. Jason argued that Sonoma County had either a formal policy or an informal custom of tolerating or failing to discipline officers for excessive force and wrongful prosecution. He contended that the county's failure to properly train officers, particularly in the appropriate use of force and the ethical handling of evidence, led to his rights being violated. Additionally, the lack of accountability for officers who engage in misconduct effectively ratified their unconstitutional behavior. Under Monell, a municipality can be held liable if a policymaker, such as a sheriff, ratifies or condones the unconstitutional actions of subordinates. Jason's lawsuit claimed that the county, by not addressing the officer's conduct or investigating the claims of excessive force and falsified reports, ratified their unconstitutional actions. This made the county itself complicit in the violation of his civil rights. The court conducted a detailed analysis of his claims, particularly focusing on allegations of excessive force, malicious prosecution, and the Monell claim for municipal liability. Each of these legal claims required the court to examine the facts, the applicable legal standards, and the actions of the officers and the municipality involved. The court evaluated the use of the K9 and stun gun by officers against the backdrop of Graham, which instructs courts to assess the reasonableness of force based on the severity of the crime, whether the suspect poses an immediate threat, and whether the suspect is actively resisting or attempting to flee. In this case, the court took note that Jason was complying with the officer's orders by lying on the ground with his hands raised as captured on video. The absence of a weapon and Jason's compliance weighed heavily in the court's analysis. A significant factor in the court's analysis was the duration of the K9's attack, which lasted approximately 90 seconds. Courts generally view prolonged attacks by police dogs as excessive, when a suspect is no longer posing a threat. The court highlighted that video evidence appeared to show Jason being mauled by the K9 despite his compliance, raising serious concerns about the proportionality of the force used. In addition to the K9, the court also reviewed the deployment of a stun gun on Jason. The use of a stun gun is typically justified in situations where a suspect is resisting or threatening officers. In this case, the court noted the lack of resistance from Jason, which further suggested that the force employed was excessive and unjustified under the Graham standard. The court scrutinized the allegations that the officers fabricated evidence and submitted false reports to the district attorney's office. The court took these allegations seriously, noting that the submission of false reports, if proven, would constitute malicious prosecution under Section 1983. The court examined whether there was sufficient probable cause for the criminal charges brought against Jason. The lack of a weapon and the conflicting accounts provided by the officers raised doubts about whether the officers had probable cause to justify the charges. The court determined that Jason's allegations of falsified reports and the dismissal of the charges by the district attorney suggested that there might not have been probable cause to initiate the prosecution in the first place. The court found that Jason's malicious prosecution claim implicated both the Fourth Amendment and the 14th Amendment. If the officers knowingly provided false information that led to his wrongful prosecution, they would have violated his constitutional rights under these amendments. The court analyzed whether Sonoma County had a policy or custom of failing to train its officers on the appropriate use of force and the proper handling of reports. The court found that Jason's allegations raised a plausible claim that Sonoma County had an unofficial policy of tolerating excessive force and misconduct by its officers. Under Monell, the court found that this theory of liability could apply if it was shown that the county was aware of the misconduct, but failed to take corrective action, thereby implicitly endorsing the unconstitutional behavior. In sum, the court's analysis allowed the excessive force, malicious prosecution, and Monell claims to move forward. The court concluded that there were significant factual disputes, particularly regarding the use of force, the accuracy of the officers' reports, and the county's responsibility for the officers' conduct. These claims were allowed to proceed to further litigation. After the court's analysis and the continuation of Jason's legal claims against the Sonoma County Sheriff's Office, the case ultimately did not proceed to trial. Instead, it resulted in a settlement agreement between Jason and the county. While settlements often do not involve admissions of wrongdoing, they frequently indicate that the parties have agreed to resolve the matter without further litigation, typically to avoid the uncertainties and costs associated with a trial. In February 2022, Sonoma County agreed to settle the lawsuit with Jason for $1.35 million. This substantial settlement reflects the seriousness of the allegations and the potential legal liability the county faced, particularly in light of the video evidence showing the use of excessive force and the claims of fabricated reports. The settlement was approved by the Sonoma County Board of Supervisors, which authorized the payment to Jason. This payment was intended to cover damages for his physical injuries, emotional distress, and legal fees incurred in pursuing the case. The settlement likely included a non-disclosure or non-admission clause, meaning that Sonoma County and its officers did not admit to any wrongdoing or liability in the case. This is common in civil settlements, where defendants agree to financial compensation, but do not formally acknowledge that they violated the law. While the specific disciplinary actions taken against the officers are not explicitly mentioned in the available information, it's important to note that all the officers involved in the incident have returned to work. This highlights the complexities of accountability within law enforcement agencies, where outcomes can vary significantly, even in cases where excessive force is evident.
Someone dog was biting my leg at my house on my property. Can someone tell me why a police dog has bit my leg on my property?
Please tell us, please explain!
To the community why the police just attacked me with their dog.
Please explain! Sir, you are just standing there, both of you guys, all three of you guys, every single one of you guys are just standing there saying nothing!
Can someone explain to my neighbors why we're being arrested?
This is not right! This is not right! You guys are not right! This is not right! Mom! Mom, are you okay? This is no reason for you guys to be doing this. This is harassment. That one of your officers pulled a taser out on me and my grandmother for no reason. You guys did not read any of us our rights. You guys said nothing. He got attacked by a police dog, even though he was complying. This is not okay. He was on the floor. That dog bit him. There was no reason for that.
I just got here. I didn't see anything happen.
This is not okay. Are you good, Mom? She's in the house. She's calling his brother and the lawyer. I don't know. She said she was looking for the number and she was calling her. No, they don't. They have no warrant. They have no right to be doing any of this. No right. There's about 6, 7 police cars and a chopper for here for no reason. This is not okay.
What's your name, sweetie?
I'm not saying my name to any one of the officers, paramedics, firefighters, none of them.
Yeah, I'll bring you over there.
So,
yeah, I'll grab the.
No, you guys are not taking my mom from me. No. She was gone long enough from me. You guys are not taking my mom. No. Mom. You can't go. This is not okay.